Only Son, nearest to the Father's heart. As we now understand what is perhaps the most profound meaning of the painting, we remember the words at the beginning of John's Gospel. No one has ever seen God. It is the only Son nearest to the Father's heart who has made him known. Rembrandt presents for our contemplation the relationship that is possible between humanity and God. At the heart center of the Father and Son's embrace is a heart shape indeed. Formed by the head of the Son in the hollow of his Father's breast, it is almost impossible to tell where one living figure ends and the other begins. The chiaroscuro of that space blurs the edges between humanity and divinity, so that we do not know except in our own hearts where either begins or ends, or indeed where we ourselves begin or end, except in God. A cave is created like the one in which Elijah crept when he sought the face of God and was astonished to discover it in a gentle, whispering breeze. A womb space is invoked in which God gives birth to a new child of the Spirit, labouring ceaselessly in creation until she can look on the face of her child. The child lies newly born on the heart of the mother and is already free and wise beyond his years. These are the images which the heart of God may call forth. Jesus listens to the secrets of the heart of God in a gesture which bespeaks his unique intimacy. It is Jesus who literally shows us how the heart of God beats. I tell you solemnly, the Son can do nothing by himself. He can only do what he sees the Father doing. The expression on the face of the Son is one of complete peace. The peace that surpassing understanding is here revealed before our wondering gaze. The customary Jewish greeting shalom, is transformed into the hallmark of perfect accord with God and humanity. A peace the world cannot give. This is my gift to you. Jesus made it possible for us to be as close to God as he is. His home is our home. The place where Jesus dwells is always nearest to the Father's heart. As we grow to understand that the place where Jesus continually dwells is that intimate place nearest to the heart of God, it is to him that we turn in order to learn how to pray. The Gospels tell us that Jesus spent time in intimate communion with God, time and space where he could be alone with God. Matthew tells us that early in the morning, long before dawn, Jesus got up and left the house and went off to a lonely place and prayed there. The house that Jesus left was Simon's house, where the previous day he had cured Simon Peter's mother-in-law. As a result, that evening the whole town came crowding around the door, and he cured them until late in the day. So in the morning, he needed that centering space that we all need if we are to reflect on our relationship with God. At different times in our lives, God will be revealed to us in different ways. As we mature, we draw nearer to an adult understanding of God. Matthew also tells us that at the end of another tiring day, Jesus withdrew to be alone with God. This time it was in the evening after the feeding of the crowd who had followed him around the lake shore of the Sea of Galilee. After sending the crowds away, Jesus went up into the hills by himself to pray, and when evening came, he was there alone. For we all know how difficult it is to find space in our increasingly busy urban lives. Focusing can help us to be aware of God. Perhaps we live on the 5th floor of a building on the tree line. Watching the changing of seasons and seeing the wind stirring in the tree can give us a focus that will slow us down and help us to be aware of God's presence in our lives. Listening to a favourite piece of music, tending a window box, or simply switching off for 5 minutes during a lunch break and deliberately slowing down as we sip our coffee or green tea can not only remind us that God awaits us, but it can also be good for our physical health. Websites like Pray As You Go or Sacred Space exist to help people to pray in the midst of a busy life. Where even 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, by Tom McGuinness. Where even 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Where even 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I truly am among them. And the gift that I am bringing is the power that has touched your time. The light before your eyes I am. And the kingdom I am bringing is not made with gold. It can't be bought or sold. It can be surely found. And the bread that I am giving is the gift of life that cannot end, broken till the world is healed again. Where even 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I truly am among them. It can be surely seen, this kingdom that I bring. It can be surely found, where even 2 or 3 are gathered in my name. There I am in the midst of them. Where even 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I truly am among them.
Do not be afraid, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When you walk through the waters, I'll be with you. You will never sink beneath the waves. Do not be afraid, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When the fire is burning all around you, you will never be consumed by the flames. Do not be afraid, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When the fear of loneliness is looming, then remember I am at your side. Do not be afraid, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When you dwell in the exile of the stranger, remember you are precious